Gentlemen.
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, boy.
Duke, say something.
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Do here they. Oh my god, a monster!
What's up, guys? Someone's typing furiously.
Dear Penthouse, I never thought this would happen to me. I was in a bathroom, and there were two Asian chicks going at it, and I helped them put their clothes back on. The end.
Sorry, I'm just having the sad vision of the guy going, and I helped.
I remember when that happened to me, except it involved me unplugging a toilet for them.
Ooh.
Ladies, can you move? This is going to be some delicate pipe work gotta lay down here.
Oh, there was
Damn it.
pipe work, all right.
Bring my snake. Bring my snake.
Were they playing with the tentacle monster?
That's why the toilet was clogged. They flushed it. It died.
Yeah.
Oh, there were tentacles golfing everywhere.
Mid-stroke, it just keeled over.
Indeed.
A regular day in Las Vegas.
Oh my god. Fucking Lazerbeak. Why did I have to fucking Lazerbeak?
I think that phrase made my day. Fucking Lazerbeak.
Well, it's just, he's such a pain in the ass to color. And, oh.
I can understand.
No, I will share to
You can't do video chat on the group.
silence.
Unless you have like a Skype premium
Unless you
or something.
paid for it.
And it would still work like crap even if you paid for it.
Isn't there a trial for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Trial.
Yes, there's a 1 week trial.
Does it come with a watermark?
I
Yes.
don't know.
It comes with a watermark.
But a man can dream.
Who needs dreams?
Well,
Precisely. You can't even answer.
no, I'm just thinking of that song from Blue Velvet.
Well, he deals with said tentacle monster.
I walk with you.
Sounds a lot like the song they play at Starbucks.
I talk to you.
Or in an elevator.
At Starbucks.
Damn
Starbucks
these
elevator.
Damn these multi-story Starbucks.
Alright.
Starbucks elevators.
Pastries in one level, coffee in the next.
Bears in the other.
Get your cafe. Ooh.
There's somehow
basement.
there's somehow still some stuck-up douche on a Mac trying to write something in the corner.
Hey, leave me alone.
He's one
I'm
of
a
those
screenwriter.
hipster guys, isn't he?
He's that guy that wears like a polo shirt, jeans, and sandals in like 20-degree weather.
Don't forget
Because-
the scarf.
Well, no, because he's
Like
just too
neon
cool.
blue.
A neon blue polo shirt, yes, with an Abercrombie logo on it.
With a pink scarf.
Mark
I've seen those guys
Zuckerberg?
somewhere.
Yeah, I live in Florida. They're
Don't
here all
forget
the
the
time.
douche goatee.
You okay?
I think so.
He's
A little
slowly
crack.
dying.
Only we can help find a cure. We're not going to, but we could. We got
Too
I
much
think that
effort.
sounds hopeful enough, Duke.
Well, here's the thing. The only one who could solve this problem is Jordan. And now you see the flaw of this plan.
Because anything he makes falls apart?
That, too, I was going to say because, well, let's face it, he would
He's
look
torn.
at the problem and say, well, that means I don't have to do lines anymore, so, fuck it.
Prima donna.
That's what happens.
Check.
That's what happens
That's
when
not
you play
up for
Mass
it.
Effect.
I thought we were replacing him with my sister, Chris.
Possibly.
Hey, I play Mass
Let it
Effect,
be done,
and I don't get
please.
my lines in on. And I get my lines in early.
This is why I don't try and do these things, because no matter what, I screw it up somehow, no matter what. So that's why I don't try and do this stuff.
Anyways,
Off the topics.
Vice, you want to do the intro, say our names and stuff? Did I kill him?
Anything?
I think I killed Vice.
He's consulting his top
so
men
this
on
is
this one.
official. This is JMC still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, my top men. Or is my internet dropping out?
Pregnancy.
There for a sec.
Water's breaking.
All right, there it goes. God damn it. Internet. All right, so I'll do the intro real quick. We recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to JMC Chat. This is Vice GT, and along with me co-hosting is Martin,
Salutations.
Duke,
I am here. I don't know how.
CC, and Oscar Alonso.
Hello.
And there's a 1-second delay.
Whee!
Anyways,
So as Vice said, with us is Oscar Alonso, his triumphant return. Oscar, how does it feel to be back, man?
Right now it's pretty miserable because Lazerbeak's being very uncooperative with me right now. But that's what I get. Fucking Decepticons. But that feels pretty good.
Fuck all the laser beams.
Lazerbeaks, not beams.
Those two.
B.
Beak. But no, it feels pretty good. It's I really like the reception I got coming out with no longer the still image depending on voiceover work. I actually have it animated and things moving around and stuff, and so it feels really good.
Awesome. It's good to
Well,
have
I
you
did
back.
enjoy.
It's good to have you back, man.
I'm glad to see Oscar back at work.
But
Yeah.
like the main reason for the quote unquote retirement was basically because the day job demanded more of my time than anything. And so since it does pay the bills, I had to put it first and foremost ahead. So
That's understandable.
you know, and well,
Yeah.
some people see it that way. Some people just thought it was because of the trolls. Really not the trolls. Those comments I made were directed at other people, and those said issues have been resolved. But the fact of the matter is, I just honest to God didn't feel like what I was writing was funny anymore. You know, it just didn't sound right to me. It sounded great when I'd write it, and then I'd read it out loud, and it sounded like shit. And when I tested it with people, I wouldn't get the usual laughter I normally would receive. So I just thought like, oh, it's time, you know, my time's passed. So let's just focus on working. And God help me, I don't know how, but Nate talked me into buying Anime Studio Pro 8 shortly after Black Friday, and it was on sale for about $108. I had the cash, So I bought it, and then I never touched it really till about January. And it started from there.
I don't think I would have the patience to learn like animation like that, so I'll give you props, man.
Says the man who does stop motion.
I
Hey,
know.
hey.
Your shit's a lot harder than that.
Who
so.
says he has the patience for that?
Fucking figures falling over every 5 seconds.
I mean, like, I probably would not still have done any of it if it really wasn't for, like, Nate constantly pestering me over the phone. You know, it's like you paid you paid like $120 to get the thing shipped out to you, and yet, you know, you're just sitting there letting it collect dust on your shelf. I'm like, my reply to that at the time was like, well, I installed it. So I tried self-teaching, but it was like taking forever, and then it got to the point where I had to be like basically tutored by Nate over the phone. So that was basically, from there on out, the rest is basically history.
Ah. Now we have Sub-Zero being beat up by a robot.
Yeah, man.
Good times.
Well, Sub-Zero actually was the first test animation I did before I rendered anything and uploaded it. Was really just a Sub-Zero figure. of him moving around and talking to basically a pre-rendered character that comes with Anime Studio. The first short I uploaded was the moment with Grimlock.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, I like that one.
I am a floating head.
That was the first one that not only did I show people that I can do a Greg Berg Grimlock from Transformers Generation 1, but also my first attempt at making my Frank Welker Megatron public. So, and basically since Transformers Peacetime Episode 1, I've gotten a few heads to turn, pretty big guys in the Transformers community. I've been friends with TJ Omega, who's he's just a reviewer for the figures itself. He liked it. The one that really caught me off guard was John 3.0.
Who's awesome.
Yeah, he does an amazing Peter Cullen Optimus Prime, as well as numerous other characters. But he really liked the animation. He liked the way I pulled the voices off and stuff, and now the possibilities of he and I collaborating are pretty much definite.
See it now. Your his Optimus and your Megatron, just badass.
And I got Dr. Smooth to look at my stuff, and he said it was pretty good to keep up the hard work, and he really digged the Megatron. And the Onslaught. Apparently a lot of people became fans of Onslaught, and a lot of people don't know who Onslaught is. So, Onslaught?
I'm kidding, still. I know who he is, I was just joking.
Yeah, well. The people that don't, he's basically the commander of the Combaticons, as well as in the series Robot in Disguise, he's known as Mega Octane, leader of, they're just called the Decepticon Commandos. They combine to form Bruticus or Ruination, and they're also like the main focus, like the most popular thing coming out for fall of Cybertron, the upcoming video game. So I've always been a fan of them. I have the figures because I'm a nerd. So I really want to do something. I just got done doing rough pencils for Swindle, one of my favorite Combaticons, and I already got him cast. A friend of mine, Razorfist, is going to be playing him. Also because he has that type of voice, like you really get away with it. So, hopefully, that's going to be episode 3, because episode 2 is written, and I just got to get done putting together Ravage and Lazerbeak.
Nice.
It's a pain. It was easy at first, but when you do the smaller ones, the cassette tapes, those are the hard ones. But then after that, I want to do Mortal Kombat Cul-de-sac Combat, just to have Sub-Zero go off on people. And after spending the last 6 hours basically playing Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, I feel like Sub-Zero really needs to review that and be dick about it, because that game fucking blows. I can't believe I wasted that much money on it. I'm trading it in tomorrow.
I remember taking a cold shower after playing it.
It was such a tease. It's like you basically you take out this chick that has this amazing ass on her, and you take her home, and then you strip her naked, and that amazing ass just droops down, and you see skid marks on a thong. You don't know how they got there, but they're there.
Ooh.
And you have no choice but to sit there and be like, well, you need to man up and finish what you start, or just be like, all right, you need to go.
Blow it out your ass.
Apparently she did.
Yeah.
She just didn't
Irony
wipe
at its
it.
finest.
So, and frankly, writing this stuff, because it's not just, I find it funny because a lot of people that have asked me about the series so far thinks I'm just like this brand new fan, but I've been a fan of Transformers since I was 8.
I can confirm he's been a fan for a while.
My beef with the movies are legit. I don't think they're complete crap. The second one's just abysmal, obviously, because of the, I'm gonna whoop your ass cause we twins, baby. Whoa, what up, do it? Get that grape soda. They might as well throw that shit in there at the last second.
It's not Bill Cosby voicing one of them.
The sad part is, it's the guy who voices SpongeBob, the guy.
Yeah,
that's
Tom
the thing
Kenny.
that ruins my head.
That just turned me off.
And I swore, I kept telling myself it wasn't him because, I got an 8-year-old godson. He loves SpongeBob. And every time I watch the show, I want to say, it wasn't him. It's the guy that voiced Roger Rabbit. It has to be the guy who voiced Roger Rabbit. It's gotta be him. Because it just, I will refuse to accept a character that he voices that brings such joy to my godson is in fact one of the most fucking racist robots ever to freaking grace the screen. And he's making a 4th, which I'm scared of. And
He's like the mechanical blackface.
Pretty much. I mean, just the looks of them alone were like the old stereotypical posters they had back in like the 1800s when the Klan would like advertise
Yeah, I was thinking it was just stereotyping it that
Exactly.
bad.
It was bad enough like when I was like 15 and I found like these old Warner Brothers cartoons that they sold at like these dollar stores in Jersey, and they had Bugs Bunny and Pinkface, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but yeah, it was him. Then like some of the things he'd say, and I just cannot believe this was Bugs Bunny, this American icon, because that's what he is. So
Yeah, back in the day, it was like really racially insensitive. Like I remember they even dedicated like this one whole Japanese portrayal of a cartoon, and Mel Blanc voiced all the Japanese people. I'm thinking, he really did this?
Yep.
It was a
Jesus
different time.
Christ.
You gotta forgive it then. Doing that
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
now is
yeah. They were
unforgivable.
like, it's America, very patriotical, but seriously though, you just can't help but look at it back then now, as to compared to like how much is restricted to like children cartoons these days. It says a lot.
Like
Yeah, pretty
cigarettes.
Well, I mean, if you look at children's cartoons nowadays, it's no longer like, a black and white spectrum when it comes to like a form of good and evil. We could use G.I. Joe and Transformers as a prime example. The Autobots were good, the Decepticons were bad. Nowadays, the average cartoon actually consists of things like character development, story arcs, a villain turning good, I call it the Vegeta complex because he made that fucking trend popular. It's basically when the villain joins up with the good guys and he just stands there with his arms crossed saying, I'm a badass.
Piccolo did it first.
Yeah, basically, yeah, because of Dragon Ball, but, I mean,
Well, he was barely in Dragon Ball, so.
So it's like nowadays you have like these intense story arcs. Look at Young Justice, like shit like that back in the day when I was a kid, you had Super Friends and it was just the same villain pulling the same stuff, Lex Luthor, the Legion of Doom are robbing the bank. We've got
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, Superman
I was
says
just
something
thinking
redundant.
that.
and like meanwhile in the Hall of Doom, and that was it. Now it's like, they have like these episodes where, okay, they stopped the villain, but it was really a distraction because the main villain of the story arc's really sitting in the sidelines going, yes, my plan's working wonderfully. And even
My cat. I need to pet it.
even Transformers Prime, as simple and as cut and dry as that series is, it's Autobots good, Decepticons bad, but look at the story structure. Like, oh wow, Bumblebee doesn't talk. I consider it a blessing. But you know what? Here's a story why he didn't talk. He got his throat ripped out by Megatron. And this is a children's cartoon where he sits there and he pounds his hand on a control panel and goes, I should have just ripped out more than that Autobots. throat box, you know, and I'm just like, oh my god, he said that.
That's brutal. You know, I always did like this growing complexity into animated series. Like, it really does like give this new kind of sense of like dark story arcs, and I really appreciate it for that. Like, even with like the Spider-Man animated series back then, they had like so many weird story arcs that shifted here and there. Twists.
I remember my joke for the Spider-Man animated series back in the day was like, you know, Sins of the Father, Volume 3, Part 12. You know, in this episode, Peter gets a bagel, and that was secretly poisoned by the Kingpin. How will Aunt May survive the car crash? It's like, this is the shit I used to make fun of.
Who's going to get car insurance? Who knows?
Is it
Some of that, this is just so obscure.
Mary Jane turns into water. That actually did happen.
I'm starting to think of that Twitter account, Star Trek Season 8, where they come up with ridiculous plots if they went on with Next Generation, like Picard meets an old high school buddy. Geordi and Data go find a dead body following a train track. Like, it's stuff like that.
That's almost as bad. That's almost as bad as Shredder's mom appearing in the Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Oh.
Anyone remember that?
I kind of do. It's hazy, but like I just recently
flashbacks.
I recently watched like Turtles Forever for like the third time, and come to the conclusion that the writers of that show basically gave a big middle finger to the generation that grew up with the '80s Turtles because they make them look so goddamn incompetent and cowardly.
Yeah, Captain Hogan pointed that out in his review.
You know, and it's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, every line they said was supposed to be comedic, and like, the only thing true to the 80s Turtle was like Raphael occasionally breaking the fourth wall, which was great. It was funny, but at the same time, it's like I'm seeing Leonardo, you know, being like this lighthearted guy. And I was like, I remember there was an episode dedicated to him lightening up. It was called Lighten Up Leo. And he got hit with this ray that Donatello made out of a fucking toaster oven and a pencil. And it made him like, you know, easygoing, you know what I'm saying? But like, they went ahead and they pulled this shit, and I'm like, wow, the writers are basically telling my generation to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, it's really exaggerated parody.
He does machines,
in my eyes,
which means he can do anything.
if you know what he means.
I don't want to know what he means.
You know, and then
But
like,
really, I do miss Uncle Phil and Shredder.
Yeah.
Why didn't they have any of the voice actors from the old one in there? That's what I'm wondering.
Because they wouldn't say half the shit they wrote.
It was for kids. That's the thing. They're cheap as hell, dude.
Well, that probably has a big thing to do with it. My only thoughts on why they didn't have any of the original voice cast members return would probably have to be like either availability or contracts, or, you know what I'm saying, or basically money when you get right down to it. You know, John 3.0 recently interviewed Robert, I forgot his name.
Robert Paulson?
Yeah, he interviewed him. He voiced Yakko, he voiced Raphael, he voiced a few aerial bots and
He's doing Donatello and the Nude Ninja Turtles from what I heard.
Yep, and that's basically it. And then like and I sat there, and when I spoke with John, I was like, well, how come he didn't get picked up for playing Raph again? And why not do both of them? The guy has an amazing range. You know, like all those songs that he sang as Yakko, that was all him. Like there's
the country song. My friend could still do that. I'm amazed.
You know, he knows it by heart. That's fucking scary right there, man. But it's like you see all this shit unfolded, and you kind of see how like the new generation is basically treating the old. Like, you know, the people that wrote that crossover, Turtles Forever, fucking grew up on the 80s stuff. You know, about the only thing I will admit I liked about the Turtles Forever was basically when they met Turtles Prime and they were all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was excellent. I love that.
You know, it was true to that first volume of the first issue of that comic with the, you know, narration and shit like that, and to the point where basically Turtles Prime looked at the modern day Turtles and was like, wow, what a bunch of sellouts.
Let's stab them.
And
Let's stab them.
You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, I attempt to segue us gracefully into the whole Michael Bay and TMNT, where I'm not a hardcore TMNT fan, but I kind of feel for now, like those guys don't know how us Transformer fans felt as they watched that illustrious video where he talks about the turtles being aliens from outer space. and being sharp and funny. Mind you, the word strong and heroic never come out of his mouth when he was making that pitch.
Yeah, he quote unquote, he says, "These turtles are from an alien race, and they're going to be tough, edgy, funny, and completely lovable."
Yep. Not heroic. They could be fucking villains for all we fucking know. So
that'd be an odd twist.
And Shredder's the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan is directing.
Oh god.
Special effects.
Shredder is their father.
But like you watch that and it's like, and I know a few guys that are hardcore TMNT fans, and I remember like them giving me such crap because oh hey, so how's it like having some guy who not only did he direct one of the most homoerotic movies ever, Top Gun, but is basically pissing on your childhood. Now I looked them in the eye and I was like, well, how's it feel? Because he's gonna fuck your. I'm like, you guys aren't gonna get a trilogy out of it. You're lucky if you get one. Well, he told us to relax. I'm like, you gotta fucking listen to what Michael Bay says.
Yes, that part pissed me off when he told us to relax. Like, go to hell.
It's like, why don't you go back home, go finish fucking Megan Fox for like the 12th time. Tell her this is the only way George Lucas will pick her up for the Jonah Hex sequel.
Doesn't he have his British chick now?
Oh yeah, her. He upgraded. He upgraded. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's
upgraded
right.
My ass.
Dude, he went from a fucking Beamer to a Yugo when you brought that bitch in for the third. Dude.
No. He went from original Transformers cartoon to fucking Robo testicles in the second one.
Well, no. It's his version of upgraded, which could mean anything.
It's. I'll tell you what my assumption of the movies are real quick of the three films. They're not about Transformers. They're about
It's like Dawson's Creek.
Basically, except in the background where you have a beautiful lakeside town, you have giant robots that fucking transform into vehicles. So, that I always sit there and, Nate went ahead and just gave me the phrase. He said, we should just start calling them Bayformers because that's all it is about the boy in his car. It's not about Optimus Prime. The show Transformers was about Transformers. You had Spike and Sparkplug that were just assistant, side characters. They weren't really, they weren't what moved the story along. It was the war between the Autobots and Decepticons.
I do recall in the second film, there was that one shot in the desert where they were like all fighting. It was like really awesome. It looked like really awesome in the background. All you see like in the front, it's like kind of blurred out with like the Transformers fighting and all. And the focus is all about this slow-mo shot of Megan Fox and her giant boobs just bouncing.
Honestly,
it just kind of makes me facepalm for this.
The audience goes for, even the audience these days, they go for the explosions and all that, and, why do they even care about the main, Sam Witwicky, whatever the fuck? Just put in a movie of just Transformers.
I've been through this argument so many times.
And yeah, it's because we have to relate to them, blah, blah, blah.
I'll tell you right now, I find it to be rather ironic. The worst movie of all three has what I consider to be the most dramatic scene ever, but it's rendered pointless because of the fucking shit that goes down in that film. Period. It's when basically where Sam's father pulls him aside and he's like, I gotta go help Optimus. He's like, no, and they have this dramatic exchange because at the beginning of the film he's like, Dad, you should be begging me not to leave, not to go anywhere because he's going to college in the beginning of the film. And it's like that one part where I honestly felt for the father because he's like looking at us like, don't go. He's like, I gotta go. Dad, let me go. And he's just like, okay, well, you come back. I found it to be very emotional, but again, it was killed because of a fucking Chevy Evo having to sit there and say, oh, we don't read that. This film consisted of it. It's such ass backwards writing, the Fallen saying only a Prime can kill me. Well, Megatron just fucking ran a sword through one. Wouldn't that make him liable, being able to kill you himself?
Also have issues with their choice of music. They're going for all these mainstream bands like Linkin Park. I remember back then when they had the original animated film, they what was that song again?
Dude, they dug up some serious fucking hair metal for that soundtrack for the animated.
Yes,
they did. Glorious.
They sat there and with a gigantic 20-gallon shovel scooped up every hair metal band they could get their hands on. Vince DiCola, the guy who composed like all those amazing themes, like in Transformers Peacetime Episode 1, that little hook I play, it's called Escape. And basically like he just dug up all these hair metal bands. And, you know, Stan Bush was like this unknown talent at the time. He released an album.
That's what I liked about it. They at least shed some light on some underrated people.
You know, Stan Bush is best known for that soundtrack because of the song "You Got the Touch."
You got the touch.
But actually, one of the best songs on that album, in my opinion, is seriously "Dare" by Stan Bush.
Wasn't Weird Al in it for some reason?
Yeah, he did "Dare to Be Stupid." That's
Those
the
are
song.
random.
That's the song they play
Awesome.
when they Junkions on the planet Junk.
You know, if they're gonna be using a band to like portray the Transformers in like the new film, I'd greatly recommend Iron Savior.
Yes.
Chris, you know what I'm talking about. I told you it sounds so much better with that band.
Mm-hmm.
Please do it for the good of Transformers.
Oh, with Michael Bay doing Transformers 4,
Dear
he's
Mark,
not going
we
to
got
listen
your
to us.
suggestion. Go to hell. We paid Linkin Park more money.
I'd go to Transformers if the first scene was Michael Witwicky blowed up.
Actually, if you watch the first film, scene where Megatron is picking himself up off the ground, he flicks this human away from him. That's supposed to be Michael Bay.
That's awesome.
Again, my proof that
You're
I'm a fucking
self-conscious.
nerd.
Wow.
Even the CGI doesn't like him.
I mean, again, my proof that I'm a gigantic nerd about the series in general. But first off, like my biggest gripe with that film period of the second one was Devastator. You don't take one of the most popular combiner sets and turn them into a fucking pit bull generally. With an unneutered pit bull. So
Swear to God.
that was like the stupidest line in that film besides, you know, Mojo, quit trying to be dominant on the other dog, and you see like the
Yeah, you just go from like Transformers to that random scene with those two dogs. I'm thinking, is this intended for children or what the fuck?
It's got Bumblebee, so it's gotta be.
I guess, but my God, the kids might be getting these jokes.
Hey, thanks for reminding me of when I saw that movie in the theater. I was sitting next to a father and his son the entire time. And every once in a while, just look back at them. There was one point where the father was covering the son's eyes out of fear.
Oh, this poor generation of kids.
Okay, the people next to me are more entertaining than the actual movie. That's a sign. God.
I was in there with a bunch of jocks who are just going with all explosions, boobies, explosive boobies kind of thing. Yeah, that's pretty much what floats in Michael Bay's mind. There's going to be explosive boobs in there, I bet you that.
But my experience in the theater watching these films, the first one, me and my baby brother went to go see it together in Orlando. When we first heard the now classic transforming sound, when Blackout transformed into robot mode and like decimated the army base, we were like, oh, this is gonna kick ass. And then I saw Ironhide. See, I got my top 3 favorite Transformers. Ironhide's at number 1 because he sounds like such a fucking redneck, holding back every racial slur whenever he talks. You know, he just, you hear him talking, it's just like, but Prime, I can't help but think those dirty, no good, Decepticons. You know, and
oh God.
And they make him this fucking pickup truck that's like, oh, I do declare this young vermin's secreting some sort of liquid on my foot. I shall exterminate it. And it's like, no, his face looks like a dog. No, that's not Ironhide.
Rough. I'm a British pit bull. Wolf.
But then again, you know, I go ahead and I watch Transformers Cybertron. I go, you know what? The movie Ironhide's so much better than this one. You know, and then Ratchet's the same way. His facial designs alone looks like fucking Spider-Man went ahead and blew a multicolored load on it and just went, booyah, facial structure, and fucking swung off.
I think he was the only one they managed to hit in the face when making this movie. I swear to God.
And then, you know, you had Optimus Prime who looked like a fucking yuppie with his open-toed sandals for boots. You know, it's like, and the flames on the truck. It's like, it's so cliche. I'm like, what? No silhouette of a smoking hot chick on the mud flaps, bro?
No trailers?
And all the Decepticons looked like pieces of metal crap.
Honestly, I couldn't tell like one.
Color.
I couldn't tell one Decepticon from the other. They're like all silver shit, like silverish and all. And I was watching the last fight scene in the second one. It's like, oh, we killed Megatron. No, wait, that's another guy. And then it just pretty much teased me like the whole time.
Dude, if you pay close attention, you barely understand a word any of those fucking robots say besides Optimus Prime. They all like fuck the sound audio up so bad it's not even funny. And then like the color schemes on these things are so dull. You know, and I think they only did it so they could save on the actual CG. Like Jazz was a gray Pontiac Solstice. All right, sweet car, but you know, you would have sold Jazz better if he was a white car. You know,
they eventually did that with the toy, so yeah.
Yeah, they re-released it as a G1 redeco, which still looked fucking horrible. You know,
I want to see Terry Crews as a Transformer.
Who?
I still don't get how the hell Jazz died at the end of the first movie.
Old Spice.
I don't know. I don't know how the fuck you go from talking slang in the beginning of the film to saying, "Oh, you know," where he jumps on the Megatron and goes, "You want a piece of me, you fiend?" You know. I don't think anyone.
You rapscallion!
Sure.
No, I want to.
Dastardly,
he tried to be a
dubious bastard! How dare you attack these humans? Here, take this. This is a pop gun, and I'm going to shoot you in the face with it. I'm about as tall, big as your leg. This fight is not one-sided. Then he rips him in half, and then like everyone's like, "Oh, Jazz is dead," and you know, meanwhile I'm like, oh, "Thank God."
Apparently, he was turning into Sherlock Holmes.
Next scene, he comes out with a top hat and a monocle.
I had a better time. I had a better time comprehending what Johnny Depp's fucking Robert Downey Jr. said as Sherlock Holmes than I did any of those other Transformers. Starscream sounded like he was fucking spitting on his microphone. He's like, Megatron, you know. And then you hear like Agent Smith basically just go, "Well, Starscream, welcome to the Matrix."
Wait till the next movie when I'm an owl.
Yeah, and then making Megatron a fucking truck, I really don't know what the fuck he was thinking there.
They turned him into a truck?
In the third film,
I never saw the third one.
He's a Mack truck. He's a Mack fuel tanker truck with like freaking rags on it so he can cover his like, because his face got all bitched up in the second one. Because Prime just said, "Hey, does this look infected?" and whip his junk out and fucking push it out.
Oh Jesus!
You know, it was just that fucking horrible. And speaking of cast members, the young lady I got playing Starscream is on. Her name is Harley XD Quinn.
She was the chick in the video you did last, right?
Yep, she played Liz, the girl that Onslaught was dating, and very talented young lady. And we are talking street, and I had to tell her I had to go because I'm on a podcast. I got to be respectful to you guys. It's a little rude on my part, so I apologize. But I'll tell you what though, man. Of all three films, my favorite is the first. The third I kind of like also, frankly, because freaking I don't know why. It's just it's a lot better organized than the second one was.
I heard it was pretty boring. I haven't seen it, but from all I know, it's just
it's like
Sam Witwicky being Nicolas Cage.
It's like the first 40 minutes is like
no.
of it. Yeah, no. Whoa, there. You know. It's like that's
exactly.
Bumblebees!
Bumblebees! You know,
Bumblebees! Not the bumblebees!
Yes.
As he knocks out some chick while he's dressed up as a giant bear.
Oh, that would have made the movie better, wouldn't it, if Shia LaBeouf randomly put on a bear suit?
Started calling himself a headmaster, but not think, but sexually.
Yeah.
The guy looks like he's in trouble. He needs a blowjob. Puts his suit on, puts his suit helmet on. Ugh, be right back, guys. Gobble. But,
and then he turns into Ghost Rider and dies.
I could see that thing.
Turns into Ghost Rider, catches fire, killing everyone around him in a 5-mile radius, just randomly.
Sam, should we help Optimus? No, I have to find the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
This is so good. This needs to be made.
And Optimus comes in. Sam, would you like some cake?
Fuck the chocolate cake. Give me that fucking chocolate cake. Or he'll just sit there and be like, you see that? See what? That fucking lizard right there. You see that? What lizard? It's right there, that lizard. Fucking punches in the air.
Yes.
Then he runs
By
around
the way, I
streets.
love that movie.
I'm a
By the way,
vampire.
referencing
That's my
Oscar. I
favorite
love that movie.
That's my favorite Nicolas Cage flick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember because I saw him in one film where he's like, the beginning of the film shows him like beating this man to death on a fucking staircase.
Was it Face Off?
No, it wasn't Face Off. That's what John
Bangkok
Travolta.
Dangerous.
Did you say?
Bangkok Dangerous. I don't know. I barely remember that one.
I don't
Snake
think
Eyes?
so. No. It's like he beat this black guy to death by banging his head repeatedly on this fucking staircase, like handrail. And like, I think Sarah Jessica Parker's in it. I'm not sure.
Was this in a plane?
On a plane? No. This was like in a city hall or like some sort of weird apartment complex. This was years ago I saw it. And that was like the most disturbing thing I've ever seen him do in a film. And I remember telling
Even
myself,
more disturbing than Ghost Rider 2.
no, are you kidding me, man? I barely sat through the first one, and I actually didn't see it in theaters. I thought I'd buy the DVD to add it to my comic book collection of movies, but that was bad.
I expected so much
I
better.
think I found the movie you're talking about, Oscar. Hollywood in Vegas? Honeymoon in Vegas?
There we go, yeah. I think that's the one that starts off with him fucking beating a guy to death in the beginning of the film, or some part in it.
One
And
of
it's
those
a
two.
comedy. It's the comedy too, isn't it? That's the weird part.
Yep. So was Raising Arizona. That was kind of dark
Yeah.
too. That was a comedy.
That movie was awesome.
But he was fantastic in Kick-Ass, though.
Yes.
He was such a nerd like he is in real life. And then
As much as I have issues with that movie,
He
I'll
made his
agree.
son
He was
Kal-El.
awesome.
It's pretty bad.
I can't believe they considered casting him as Superman at one point.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This was
Am I
like
the only one?
years.
Guys, I have this sad vision of Nick Cage raising his child. He has his bedroom set up like the Fortress of Solitude, and there's this giant TV screen with his head, and he's pretending to be Jor-El telling him what to do every day. My son,
And he's bringing a
Kal-El,
he's bringing a girl over, and he's like, the first thing Nick Cage asks is your name Lois? Lois Lane?
Kal-El, I'm your father. You must go and do the laundry and mow the yard. For the good of mankind.
Screw that. His son like brings a chick home and like mid coitus, like this freaking video monitor just kicks on. Kal-El, thrust now. Thrust hard. Show her you love her.
Move to the left.
No, don't shake your waist like that. That's gay. Wrap her legs around you like a belt, son, like Daddy taught you when you were a baby.
Oh, too far.
That's enough of that. I made us go way off topic, and I apologize, but
Oh, that
It's
was worth
perfectly
it, though.
That was worth it.
that
Brother.
back anyway to what's up with this Wolverine movie. I hated the first film. I don't think they're gonna Wrath of Khan this shit. So I know it's in Japan and Silver Samurai's in it. Is that it? Is that
They
what?
got the guy that directed. Well, at first it was going to be Darren Aronofsky directing, but then he dropped out because he's like, "Oh, I don't want to film over there for a year." And it was right after the tsunami or whatever. So now they have the guy that directed. What was it? Was that Russell Crowe movie? Was
I'm just going
Predator?
310 to Yuma?
Yeah, 310 to Yuma.
That was good. I like that movie.
I kind of have hope for it after First Class. Because
You
First
think
Class was good.
Yeah, they're probably going to be taken more seriously.
Hopefully.
Wolverine musical number.
No.
Oh, that was just fucking horrible. I can't believe
I
he did
know.
that.
I know.
It'll be a
There's
cross show with Spider-Man.
I'm just wondering when the hell they're going to get to Deadpool.
When Ryan Reynolds finally gets on board.
That's,
Sorry, guys, I gotta do Change Up 11.
I'll be here next year.
and he's always
actually-
saying he wanted to be there.
Oh no, now they want me to do a prequel to Change Up. Okay.
Why not? There's more money in it.
I gotta go ahead and film this prequel here for Green Lantern because first one was epic, made a lot of money. Nah, baby, it didn't. Shut up, bitch. You better shut your fucking mouth.
I'm Ryan Reynolds. I control the show.
It's funny too, like because you talk about Ryan Reynolds. I actually saw this really bad zombie movie made by the Asylum the other night called Zombie Apocalypse.
Oh Jesus!
And I call it like the knockoff Walking Dead. But it's the same setup. They even have a line where like the group of survivors are talking. They're like, yeah, so it's like one time we're walking with this guy named Kirkman. You open that door. Hey Rick, remember that when Kirkman opened that door and there was like 50 zombies there? He's like, yeah, that was messed up. What happened to Kirkman? Well, you don't want to know. So they're walking. It's like, his name's Kirkman, huh? Yeah, I think his first name started with an R. And it's like, oh, really? That's so cute. They're making fun of Robert Kirkman. And meanwhile, they hire like these knockoff actors. One kind of looks like Ryan Reynolds. The other one kind of...
They're really good at that. Hiring knockoff actors. It's weird.
And one that kind of looks like Lindsay Lohan. I couldn't help but want to wish it really was her, because every time she had dialogue, it sounded like you can end it with the word man. Like, I can't believe Bruce is dead, man. Like,
it sounds like Tommy Chong.
Like, you know, my 1 year in college, I couldn't help but think she reminded me a lot of those girls that would talk just like her, like the real raspy voice. And then usually when they'd be like in shock or amazement if something happened, they go ahead and whip out their fucking portable bowl and go ahead and take a few hits and get a fucking buzz going so they could register it properly. But it's classic Asylum film, man. Like when this one chick, of course, there's a black girl holding a sword. I wonder who she's supposed to be. And basically, you know, she's supposed to be like the Michonne knockoff. She like goes to stab this one zombie, and it's like such shitty editing. It goes like she runs her sword through the supposed zombie's head, and like this, I call it the Angry Joe level of After Effects kicks in, where the blood shoots up, but the sword's nowhere near the guy's head. So here's, you know, and then like out of nowhere, apparently, if you slit a zombie's throat, that'll kill it. You know, let's go ahead and piss away all the zombie war that built up over the years because you're the Asylum.
Does the main character get his hand cut off?
No, I was waiting for that to happen. Oh, the best one is like where they introduce like these romance plots, like, you know, there's a little possible like romance between two characters, between the Lindsay Lohan knockoff and the Ryan Reynolds knockoff. It's like, yeah, my wife was killed.
Oh, the day that all happened.
Yeah, like when this all happened, this all went down, my wife was killed by those things. And it seemed like they're connecting. It's never brought up ever again.
Of course not.
There are two saving graces to this film, and hear me out on this. One is Ving Rhames. The second is, ready for this? Zombie tigers.
What?
Yes,
well,
I say yes to this movie.
That's pretty original.
Does Ving Rhames fight one of them?
That is what makes the movie awesome. Ving Rhames, right before he dies in the film, kills not one, but two zombie tigers.
That's awesome.
The first one he kills, because the first one he kills, one of the members of the group's like an archer, and shoots this rope around the zombie tiger's neck. Ving Rhames, being the proverbial badass motherfucker that he is, picks up a fucking anchor that's about half his size and throws it over the fucking pier, and it sends the tiger flying off the pier. The second one comes up, and it like supposedly it looks like it pushed him, but you know when he stands back up, it hit his jugular, he's spewing blood, and his last words are, "Come on, bitch, let's do this." So the zombie tiger lunges at him, he whips out a fucking sledgehammer. That's his weapon in the movie, by the way, too. That's how much of a badass. He doesn't need a bat or a sword or a gun. He carries a fucking sledgehammer and just proceeds to fucking nail this thing right in the head, killing it instantly.
And his last words were, "You lost all your LA privileges."
Now he looks at the tiger and goes, "I told you I got you, bitch." As he falls back into the crates he crawled out of and dies. The most awesome scene in that film. Ving Rhames fighting zombie tigers.
With a sledgehammer.
With a fucking sledgehammer. It doesn't get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that right now.
I need to watch this scene.
It's on Netflix. It's on Instant Play. I highly suggest you start a trial version just so you can see
I have Netflix. I saw Zombies of Mass Destruction on there. I was just like, no, I remember Oscar saying bad things. I'm not going to watch it.
Oh, no.
I watched the Asylum version of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, the one with Iron Man in there randomly?
Yes.
Yeah, the Iron Man suit, or like
And then T-Rex.
the flying dragon that you would press a lever down and that makes a gunfire somehow.
Yes.
And it also had the guy who was in Torchwood in it playing Watson.
I know that I found extremely weird being a big Doctor Who fan, at least knowing who the hell he is, because I'm not a big fan of Torchwood, but...
Not to mention, Torchwood wasn't a bad show, but like seeing him on there, it's like, huh, it's so weird not seeing him act without having another man shove his tongue down his throat. Oh.
I kept waiting for that to happen for some reason. Like, maybe I'm watching an alternate reality version of Torchwood, where he's Watson. I don't know.
But it's, or him crying every 30 seconds like he was so well known to doing in his show.
That's what really made me not like his character in that show. What happened this time, Ianto? I watched the scene from the show.
I look amazing.
I'm so happy.
So, I mean, yeah, that movie, definitely a must-watch. You can spot all the inconsistencies. Like, there's one scene where, like, Ving Rhames and oh yeah, the Michonne knockoff of Ving Rhames, I'm saying his name wrong. They're like a possible like couple, but she's married. Her husband's on like this island where there are no infected. So they're getting surrounded by these zombies, right? Of course it's the asylum. So I keep my eyes open as they're panning across all the zombies around the fence. And one guy's wearing a zombie mask, but it's the asylum. So of course the flaps that are supposed to be tucked under the shirt are just right outside the shirt, folding right up around his chin. You can see like the blank fucking latex underneath it and everything. So it's so fucking cheesy. I highly recommend you watch it. I bought it. I went on Amazon and I bought the DVD. That same night, I was just like, fuck this. I need to be at work in like 3 hours, but I'm buying this DVD first.
Better than Transformers 2.
I own the trilogy.
Budget differences.
But I mean, this movie was just so fucking awesome. And then I've seen some gutter shit zombie movies. Gutter shit. There's Edge of Darkness is probably the worst one. It takes itself way too seriously. It tries to be like the proverbial Pulp Fiction of fucking the zombie genre, and it's like, stop. Just stop. Did you lose a bet and made this movie? Because it's horrible.
Is there a zombie trying to say Ezekiel 25:17, where it's just blah, 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 blah.
No, there is one scene where like this couple is like confined to their apartment, and like it's kind of like really creepy that they do establish that it's really creepy. There's this one zombie that just looks in the window at the girl sleeping, and she just talks to it. And she has this dream where they just come in and they eat her boyfriend, and she starts like dancing, like waltzing with these zombies, and they're like, "You shouldn't want to be like us. We don't want to be like us. Show us respect." And it's like, what? That's your lesson? Fucking stupid.
Respect zombies.
Oh, and there's vampires too. They kidnap a succubus. The succubus poisons them, and they do something. I don't know. It's fucking retarded. It's like the director took himself way too seriously because they actually played it with commentary, and I was like, "Ew, stop." But the one I had. The one I had the most hope for and actually really disappointed was called Severed, Forest of the Dead. That was another zombie movie. They didn't have runners. I won't watch a zombie movie that has runners in it. Fucking Zack Snyder can go fuck himself for killing Dawn of the Dead. But the freaking Severed Forest of the Dead has an original setting. Zombies it's essentially a lumberyard where they like genetically engineered these trees that grow faster so they can cut them down. Well, when the sap they produce interacts with the human blood, it makes them come back to life as, carnivorous psychopaths, zombies. Except they're shufflers. And so, of course, with every foresting operation they have going down, you have your hippie protesters. These people, like, strap themselves to a fucking tree. They're like, we won't move. The zombie outbreak happens. The same hippies that are strapped to a tree, guess what? They're now fucking buffet. So they get chomped on while they're just standing there. This one girl sits there, witnesses her boyfriend like get fucking devoured by zombies. Later on in the film, ends up having sex with the main character, literally like hours later. And they're like an item, which I just didn't understand. I just totally witnessed my boyfriend being eaten alive, but man, am I wet. Meanwhile, the main character's like, well, I got an erection. Let's make this happen. So
the timing's uncanny.
Shebang. And then, like, the worst thing is, like, the movie's so chronologically fucked. This one guy's like, the helicopters, if they spot you, they take shots. And then one guy's like, how do you know that? So he lifts up this shirt to expose it looks like a fucking 2-year-old scar. Like, this happened recently. I'm like, no, it didn't. That happened 2 years ago before you went to jail for attempted rape. That was a horrible it's like bad makeup, and like the movie goes downhill halfway through it, and it's like no longer interesting, and the acting goes from where it's hammy but it's still charming to where it's just like, just shut up, stop talking.
Just get eaten already.
Yeah, pretty much, and like the feast scenes are actually the best, but as we segue gracefully into The Walking Dead, because I keep going off topic, I apologize.
Okay, people who are listening, we may go into spoilers, so yeah. Overall, those who have seen it, what'd you guys think of season 2?
I enjoyed it.
Oscar, what'd you think?
It's the way like Robert Kirkman made it like stray from the comic book that made it fucking so much better. And the fact that it was done by the guy who actually writes the comic book is what makes me even happier. Not just some guy in the studio office sitting there going, "No, it's good. If we don't kill this guy Shane and we make him meet this Herschel guy, that'll work out great. Yeah, let's do it." You know.
Well, glad they didn't make it into a reality show.
Yeah, you know, and the way they had everything pulled off, and the whole Sophia thing caught me off guard because I was expecting like the midway, because I read the reports online how there's going to be like a mid-season cliffhanger, you know, and I was expecting that's where they find Sophia, but I had no clue when they had the infamous barn scene, which in the comics was amazing and well executed.
Sophia's still alive in the comics, right?
Yes, yeah, she ended up being taken in by Glenn and Maggie.
Mm-hmm. Because I read up to their like she goes insane after Carol dies in the comics.
Well, Carol commits suicide by zombie.
Yeah, she walks into it.
Yeah, the funny part is she fucks a 19-year-old boy, then walks right up to his lets it rip her throat out. I have all 15 volumes. I don't collect the issues.
I'm only at volume 10.
I'm at 2. I am missing so much here.
No, actually you're not, because frankly, the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead kind of spans the first 3 or 4 volumes of the book, so you're not missing out. The only difference is, as you've seen in volume 1, Shane is killed by Carl by a gunshot to the neck. Where in the show, Rick kills Shane, which I thought was a very powerful scene.
I liked his death a lot more in the than in the comics, because they built Shane up so much more than they did in the comics.
Well, what they did, what I really think they did what Robert Kirkman pulled off really well in a writing angle, as well as the director of the show himself, was they actually showed him that they were friends.
Yeah.
In the comic, they were just buddies for like a certain amount of issues. And then that was
just
it.
Mentioned, so.
Yeah, you know, in the show, you saw them work together. You saw how they were like this awesome, cohesive unit when they were cops, you know?
Yeah.
They were a force to be reckoned with. And then when you had that moment where you saw Shane just outright losing and basically say, "I'll be a better father and a better husband to your family than you'll ever be." And you saw that moment was coming. Like, it's got to happen. This is the episode. This isn't going to be the cliffhanger. This isn't the season finale. And to see that basically the man stabbed his best friend to death. You know, and that was a powerful scene to me. You know,
that was my favorite moment from the season.
I sound like a fanboy, so fucking be it, but I really did love this season of The Walking Dead. You know, the first one was great, don't get me wrong, but the second one, they had more episodes to play with, you had more room, you know, and Robert Kirkman utilized every inch he had. And it was just so fucking powerful to where Shane dies, and then Carl still killed Shane technically. You know, he popped him in the head when he was a zombie. And then I love how basically that one little thing of the helicopter flying over Atlanta in season 1 carried on to the season finale in season 2. And then you had this herd just come towards the barn. You know? And then you have the introduction of Michonne at the end.
That I geeked out so much when I saw her.
I haven't read the comics, so I have no idea what's going on.
She's basically the most badass character from the comics.
Basically, yeah. Like,
they have zombie slaves, though.
No, that was her boyfriend and her boyfriend's friend.
Yeah. No, I thought it was her boyfriend and her dad.
I think it was something, I don't remember.
One's her boyfriend, that we can agree.
Yeah.
I think the other one's either her dad or it's someone else that she was really close with. And basically she cut the zombie's arms off and her lower jaws off so they can't grab or bite her. And that's how she keeps the walkers off her ass because she smells like the dead, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like the Black Knight and Monty Python. It's gonna just like start kicking them now.
I'm invincible!
It's just a flesh wound. What? I've got
They got no arms left!
You left your arms. No, I haven't.
Well, they can't even say anything without their jaws, so they're just like.
It's like something I chalk. It's like something I chalk up to being like probably the worst episode of South Park ever was the whole Britney Spears episode where they blew her head clear off and she somehow still survived. That was like the worst episode of South Park.
Yeah, I haven't really enjoyed the previous season. Just started lagging until the musical episode.
I don't think I saw the Britney Spears one.
Which one is that? It's the worst. It's basically Britney Spears. It's like when see, what a lot of people don't understand is the creators of South Park, they make their episodes in a week. They don't plan it ahead of time. They don't write them up. They just look at a paper and go, hey, we'll make an episode about this. And then in a week, they make that episode. They make a 30-minute episode. You know, and then they look in the paper the following week and they go, let's make an episode about that. So at the time was when Britney was basically going batshit crazy. She shaved her head. She was fucking attacking shit, you know. They were threatening to take her babies away. So they basically went on to that. And the basis of the episode is Britney's going crazy. The boys say that they're her sons, so they can go in to see her. She turns around, they're not her kids. She goes fucking batshit crazy. She tries to kill herself by blowing her head off with a shotgun. Well, it's the so like, you know, so then it's the world of South Park where when people commit suicide, they fuck up. You know, I love it's like that episode Night of the Living Homeless. You know, where the guy tried to kill himself and he kept screwing up. Yeah, where the guy's like, I don't have any change. No, I know. I'm turning into one of them.
We have Pop-Tarts. No, all those are strawberry.
I thought it was cherry flavor.
You know, I heard
them change.
I heard people say that the worst episode of South Park was when Pip had his own episode. But honestly, I like that just for one reason. Malcolm McDowell. Comment. He plays a British person.
Of course.
I'm not even kidding. That's how he introduced himself.
I'm a British person.
Hello, fellow viewers. I'm a British person.
This is the only work I can get. God damn my career.
And now this old lady tries to kill Pip with her robot monkeys.
That was a really fucked up plot. Were they trying to base it off some story?
Pippin.
Yeah.
Back to Walking Dead.
Please continue. I don't know where the fuck I was going.
But yeah, this season was actually really good. I'm looking forward to the third one. I love how the final moments of the episode they zoom out and then you see the infamous prison.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the internet, I would have so thought that I think his name's Daryl, the redneck of the group.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought his brother, the guy who cut his own hand off to get away from the cops, was going to be the governor.
I think they're going to set up like Merle finds the other group with the governor, and he's either going to be like his right-hand man or like held prisoner, but he's definitely coming back next season.
Yeah, which ought to be great because that guy who plays Merle is actually a really good actor. I've seen him on a lot of other things.
Michael Rooker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is a fantastic actor. And I remember seeing him in the first few episodes of the first season and seeing him like, you know, and just knowing that they're using like, you know, not only racial slurs, but curse words, you know, asshole and shit, you know, blows my mind. And I sit there and I think to myself, you know, they could do so much more if they were on HBO, but not as many people would watch it.
Yeah.
You know, they went smart. AMC's cable, it's free. You know what I'm saying? It comes with your basic cable service that you pay for anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So the Robert Kirkman made the best move by signing with them rather than a show like HBO where you could show nudity. You could show them, you know, my thoughts are like if it would have been picked up by Showtime or HBO, they probably focus an episode on just them fucking like rabbits. You know?
Pretty much.
Dale dying in season 2 kind of threw me off so soon.
Yeah, I'm so mad that I was on a forum and someone spoiled that for me. I was so pissed. I was like,
I was not happy. I liked Dale.
And it sucks because it was probably one of the saddest death scenes I've seen.
It was.
When Rick
Yeah,
killed
it was.
Shane. Because there he is. He tried to sit there and make a plea to save he considered, a human's life. You know what I'm saying? And then he just, after he made his pitch, no one sided with him. He felt like he felt like a straight up outcast, and then,
Betrayal!
you see, like, in the beginning of that very same episode, you see that one stray walker that, Rick saw him, Rick could have had Shane pull over, Rick could have killed him real quick, and then they could have moved on.
I hated Carl on that episode.
And then Carl being a freaking, there was a kid, I forgot his name, he was in the comic, he ended up turning into like a fucking serial killer, just about. He killed his own...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
No,
Vice.
I did get a kick out of Carl finding the zombie and then throwing rocks at it.
Oh yeah, that was just pure. Yeah, I like that too, but
Just a big rock.
He's just a kid. No, for rocks, it's something he doesn't understand.
The zombie was stuck in the mud, and the zombie couldn't move, so Carl was throwing rocks at it, and then basically it was the setup of that episode. I guess the way he wanted to make it look was that Carl has a guilt trip because if he would have killed that zombie, Dale would not have died. But at the same time, if you want to get technical, it's if Rick would have had Shane pull over and kill that very same zombie that was walking in the field, that none of that would have happened. It's like the infamous Spider-Man syndrome. If Spider-Man would have stopped a burglar, or Ben, Uncle Ben would still be alive.
And I don't think Carl would have shot Zombie Shane if he didn't, if he shot, I don't know. He wouldn't have felt the guilt from Dale.
Yep. And then, also like how that final episode, the season finale, is when they disclose that people turn without being bitten.
Yeah.
And when you die, you're gonna come back.
Yep.
I wish he did that line from the comics, though. We are the Walking Dead.
Yep. But what he did was he basically told them, we're all infected. That's what blah, blah, blah the CDC told me. Those were the last words of the season finale from season 1.
Yeah.
So that's where I still like the way that was pulled off in season 2, in the finale. So either way, Walking Dead this season was a complete smash. I loved it. I love the fact that they premiered it on Halloween. No better way to set it off right,
Timing.
Exactly. It's like the best thing in the world, the smartest thing in the world to do. Look at it now, Zombie Mania has fucking gripped this country like it's no one's business. The world.
Yeah.
The finale got 9 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The show isn't going away anytime soon.
I got my mother into zombies. Because of this show.
Seriously?
I'm serious.
I started getting sick of zombies after all these.
Well, when it comes to video games, I'm already kind of sick of them because every fucking
pretty much video
shooter
games
and their mother has a zombie add-on. Now, Dead Rising isn't bad. It's about zombies, but when you have a game...
No, I love Dead Rising, but I think the games after that just started getting really tacky. Left 4 Dead, Dead Island, and then that expansion on Red Dead Redemption. I was thinking, really?
I think if you watch my friend Razorfist video on, I forgot what it was, but he makes his valid point. Since when does dying and coming back to life entitle you to possess the same attributes as that of your average decathlete? I just don't see that being fucking possible. A zombie is literally, physically, scientifically impossible. So are zombies in that matter, but still, when you die, I could kind of see you having muscle movement, the same muscle movement you had when you were alive, for maybe an hour, because you know what happens? Rigor mortis sets in.
Yep.
And then shortly thereafter, you start to expand like a balloon because all these gases build up in your body because you're dead. Which is why Crack.com did this list of top 10 reasons why a zombie apocalypse is next to impossible. They're slow moving. There'd be no way they could, and that whole shit from the Return of the Living Dead, that whole brains, that's the movie that coined the phrase brains, Because zombies can't talk because their fucking voice box are probably rotted out. These bones that are buried in the cemetery would not be able to fucking move. It's impossible. The brains.
Yeah, I never did get that.
And they're never gonna dance to Thriller like I hoped.
Damn it!
Yeah, way to crush our dreams.
That's my job, little guy.
That's his job.
Hey, if you call yourself the Duke, you're doomed to do one thing for the rest of your life. Corn movies. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
Hey, I accepted that, but how dare you ruin my vision of watching filler in real life, you bastard.
Well, if you attached a bunch
Mind
of
you, I
electrodes...
Mind you,
You
young
can
man,
afford-
I said porn movies. Gay porn movies. They'll be calling you rusty nails in no time. Martin, I can't help but think you'll be a corrupt politician. You'll be selling out every minority under the roof just for a quick $1 and a
I
can of
love that. I love your voice right now, Oscar. You sound like you're from the 20s.
And as
You
for
Just put him
like
on
you're
the
from
radio.
Music Man. Yeah, you
And
sound like you're from the Music Man.
And as for Cece, I picture you on top of the Empire State Building with a sniper rifle saying, "Why don't you love me, people? Why don't you love me? I'm scared to love." As one load unwillingly. Vice GT will become nothing more than a hermit, forced to eat his own family as a way of staying alive in the zombie apocalypse that never happened to begin with. Ha 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 ha. While I will be swimming, literally swimming in money. Because I'm from
Money is
Canada,
his feces.
and we want more money.
More internet money.
More money.
Roll credits.
Not coupons to Bennigan's. Money.
Crap, that's all I have.
That is like the worst trend I started because of that show. I'm sorry to go off topic again, but I have to say this. Like, I work for Waste Management Incorporated. I'm a garbage man now. I make good money. But it's
he
like
makes good money.
damn good money. But freaking, these guys at work now, I have them all on this kick where I go, "Hey, good morning, guy. Don't call me guy, buddy. Don't call me buddy, pal. Don't call me pal, guy." And this vicious cycle just starts.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
got
I had that in high school.
friend.
I have over 50 grown-ass men acting like Terrence and Phillip. All I gotta do is start a "Good morning, pal." Don't call me pal, guy. Don't call me guy, buddy.
Martin, why don't you have a flapping head? You're Canadian.
Yeah, when I first saw you, Martin, I felt betrayed.
Betrayed! And where's your beady eyes?
I've brought shame to my country. I am actually Polish.
Oh, that's the problem.
Oh,
We need to change that somehow.
You can't.
Chris, get the power drill.
is it true if like your people hang out in a tree and you only got one arm, the other way to get them to come down is by waving? Or is that myth?
Raping?
Waving.
Oh.
Why are you thinking about raping?
He has
Those
a weird
emotional
hobby.
He
Where
has a
are you
pic-
right now, Marvin? Outside the girls' locker room? Are both hands on the laptop or just one, guy?
I only need one, the tab.
I got 3.
Oh my God, he's a mutant rapist. Everyone run.
No, it's okay. You're not alone. My penis is shaped like a hand too. So, you're not alone. Buddy.
It jerks off to itself.
The scratching my balls have never been easier. No, anyway,
The Chernobyl handshake.
back on topic.
What do you guys think is going to happen for season 3 of Walking Dead? I have my predictions, but
Oscar's going to come in
zombies.
and tell everyone what their lives is going to be like.
Well,
Yeah,
son,
Lord, you're a whore. Rick, you're gonna lose a hand. Get used to jerking off with your left. Carl,
we do.
Carl, you're just fucked, buddy. I don't know.
Carl, shut the fuck up.
Why don't you go suck T-Dog's dick and get it over with? I'm a homosexual. Carol, you look like a lesbian. Grow your hair out long. Daryl, you're a fine example why cousins should have fucked without prophylactics. Thank you. Have a nice day, everybody. Bye. Oh, and Herschel, your daughters are really your sisters as well. There we go. Pop that for double. Oh, and as for you, Glenn, number 6 with a side of egg rolls. Thanks, guy.
You go to
Oh, and T-Dog, one more thing. You're not a rapper. Pull your pants up. Thanks, guy. This racial moment break brought to you by Oscar Smash Productions.
And then Andrea and Michonne come back. Oh yeah, and
You keep doing the fine acting job you're doing.
Oh, that's for you, young lady, Michonne. I bet it's okay for you to have 2 black zombies on chains, but if I did it, I'd be racist. You're racist whore.
You fiend.
Oh, and as for you, Blondie, Andrea, is it? Or is that your real name? You used to saying that when you're busy dancing on a pole to the latest Kid Rock album release? Crap. I don't know what to ask you. How much for Around the World Behind a Dumpster, or do you touch in the champagne room? Have a nice night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Oscar Alonso. Derp to derp, the best.
Do-do-do.
You need some classy theme music playing as you exit.
Robert Kirkman, if you're somehow listening to this, season 3 right there.
Every episode is just Oscar showing up and evaluating their lives.
Oscar just narrating everything.
Hey, Lori, you're a whore.
And you're gonna die by the end of this season.
Yeah, you and your newborn baby. I hate to throw spoilers your way, but you're gonna get blown in half with your child in your arms. Way to be a good mom, Hank.
Figure let her know now.
No, that's actually that actually reminds me of an episode in season 2 where Andrea and Lori get into it when the daughter, one of Herschel's daughters, tries to kill herself.
I hated Andrea this season. I hope they start making her more like the comics.
I like the fact that they made her the sharpshooter finally. I love the fact when she finally found her zone, her zen space, where she could like pop headshots like no one's business. And like the best way she could think of to celebrate is grab Shane's like junk and then go to town on him in a fucking Hyundai. You know. But I mean, like one scene in one of the episodes in this past season that really showed me the type of person like how confrontational these people are with one another is when one of Herschel's daughters tried to kill herself.
Call my girl.
You know? And basically Andrea put Lori in her place. She's like, "What are you gonna do? Tell her things are gonna be okay? That she's gonna live a long, happy life? You know, being a nice guy, marry him, have a family, son, a husband, and a boyfriend." You know, she's basically throwing into Lori's face that she knew about her little affair with Shane.
Who the hell didn't know about Shane? Even Rick knew about Shane.
Well, Rick was kind of like led on to it. In the comic, he never was really told because every time Glenn tried to sit there, is it Glenn? No, every time Dale tried to tell him about it, Rick would cut him off, especially when Lori was pregnant. He would cut her off and tell him, you know, don't tell me, because if I hear it, I'll just lose it. That's my breaking point. You know, that's what you discovered in the book, The Walking Dead. You started learning people's breaking points, you know. The one character I fear they'll never introduce, which I think is necessary, is Tyrese. Yeah, see, me and Cece are on the same fucking level there. He was a good character, man. He was a football player. He wasn't a special football player. He just made 6 figures a year. You know, his daughter and her boyfriend freaking, you know, they commit dual suicide. Well, a failed dual suicide.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they have sex, and then friggin' the boyfriend kills the daughter. He was supposed to kill himself, but he chickens out. You know, and basically like Tyrese also gets like the worst death scene ever, or the most like demeaning. You know, the governor basically goes to the prison. He has Tyrese tied to his truck, and you think they got this elaborate plan to save him, but no, the governor actually like gets this sword. He gets Michonne's sword and just lops his head off with it.
Ooh.
And the way he did it, it wasn't like you would expect in a comic, like, you know, one smooth cut goes right through the bone. Like, they show him hacking away at the back of his neck.
Yeah, like you see his head like hanging off the body, and then it goes off.
Because, you know, the governor isn't really a trained martial artist. You know what I'm saying?
But he's fucking insane.
He is. He's fucking crazy. Basically, he keeps his daughter, who was bitten infected, in his house. And he actually ends up feeding her Rick's severed hand when he cuts his hand off.
And then later, he takes out all of her teeth and then makes out with her.
Yep. It says, "Give Daddy a kiss goodbye," and then like shoves his tongue down his own daughter's mouth.
Ooh.
This is what you're looking forward to, people. Season 3.
This is the disturbing end of the governor. Like, his idea of unwinding for the night is sitting in his recliner while his zombie daughter eats Rick's hand. And he stares at what you think are television sets, but they're just numerous jars, like fish tanks, filled with human heads that are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need some lube.
You know, and he's that much of a disturber. He repeatedly rapes Michonne.
I can't wait to see that scene when Michonne gets her revenge.
Oh yeah, she fucks him up bad. You get to find out that Michonne's basically like a fucking raving nutcase. But then Rick Grimes also goes there too. He gets pretty bad.
Yeah.
He gets pretty intensely bad. So.
Yeah, I'm only at volume 10, and he's pretty crazy right now.
Yep. Is he talking to her on the phone yet? Like the one phone? Yep. So yeah. But one of my favorite moments in I'm really wondering what they plan on doing with Carl, because he has one of my favorite moments in the Walking Dead series period is where after the prison, like they have this big escalating like drag out fucking firefight at the prison. Everyone's forced to separate. Rick and Carl are together. Well, Rick got shot, so his bullet wound gets infected. So they stay at this house, and Rick's forced to take these antibiotics that are at the house. And Carl's left to fend for himself, fend for him and his dad. And essentially, you get to see these really cool moments, like this character growth of Carl being this like kind of pseudo insecure child to being this fucking, he just registered he needs to grow up fast. He takes down like 3 walkers on his own.
Mm-hmm.
They have this awesome panel of him still wearing his dad's hat, flipping it up with his thumb while holding a gun with the other hand, Mm-hmm. And it just looks amazing. And it was one of those moments where you're just actually proud of that character. Just like, good job.
Yeah. And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, Dad, I don't want to leave you.
Yep, pretty much. He thought his dad was a zombie because his dad was coming out of consciousness. He was like, oh. So he pulls a fucking gun on his own dad, ready to fucking kill him.
Oh, shit.
That's
so it's definitely worth. I know we're spoiling it especially for you, Martin, because you only have 2 of them. If you're really serious about reading it, the fact that we spoil it ain't gonna take away the awesomeness of it.
Yeah, I believe that. Don't worry.
And like if you thought Tony Moore's artwork in the first volume was good, wait till you see Charlie Allard do an official 2-page splash of the Herd.
What volume?
Don't know. It's when they introduce the military guys, the 2 military people, and the scientist. Abraham, yeah.
Speaking of zombies, Oscar, how'd you like Zomboid?
Zomboid?
Yeah.
What the fuck is Zomboid?
Project Zomboid, the game I had on my channel.
Oh, I haven't played it yet, man. I'm sorry. I haven't even downloaded it, to be honest with you. The only zombie game I played as of late is basically today was Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City.
Sorry, man.
Oscar, do you think they'll ever put Daryl in the comics? Because I saw a teaser pic of the guy with a crossbow for the next story arc.
I don't collect by the issues, like I said. I got the volumes. I don't recall seeing them. I have to open up. I'm at volume 15 is what I got now. It's basically the one where Carl gets half his face blown off.
I saw, someone spoiled that for me.
Yeah.
So is the comic series still ongoing, or?
It's almost at 100.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. And they're writing the show at the same time?
Yep. And he's doing Invincible, which is already hit 100. No, it hasn't.
Christ.
Invincible hasn't hit 100 yet. No, when I last checked it, last year it was at 75. He had this mammoth 75th issue where it did this entire fucking war of Ultramites and shit. It was
a lot of writing.
I'll tell you what, right now, between Robert Kirkman and Joe Kelly and Steven Seagal, I think I'm saying his name right, they brought Image back to being the definitive independent publisher. Because it was already buried by the reputation of delayed work. Because of people like Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee working there, Mark Sylvester also.
They pretty much gave Liefeld the middle finger when he left that last project.
What was the last part? What are you talking about?
I think it was something with DC. I don't remember.
Okay.
Duke,
yeah.
you follow this stuff.
Well, here's the thing. Apparently, he pointed out recently that all the titles that he's taking over, the sales have jumped off a cliff, and he hasn't even started it yet.
That's pretty funny.
And this is Rob Liefeld drawing or writing?
Co-writing. Here's the thing. Okay. They announced he was going to be writing 3 titles. A few days later, an editor came in and said, yeah, Rob Liefeld is not good at storytelling, so we're giving him co-writers on 2 of the series he's taking over. We'll just leave him the fuck around with Deathstroke on his own, because he's also drawing it.
Why the fuck do they still keep him again?
Because he works for Hugs. All we have to do is hug him. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
Oh my god, he smells like shit.
Oh, Lord.
Just saying, they're gonna make a movie about his life, and he's gonna be played by Nick Cage.
Except instead of freakouts, he's giving Care Bear hugs.
No, he won't be played by Nick Cage. He'll be played by the same kid that played Ace Ventura Jr., Pet Detective.
Oh,
I'm an artist. I'm drawing on a napkin because I'm Rob Liefeld.
yes, in this movie, Rob Liefeld will look 300 pounds.
Or even worse, he'll be played by Ben Stiller. They kind of look alike.
I can just imagine the trailer.
Can
Rob
One
Liefeld, derp-de-derp.
Rob Liefeld was screwed into a situation where he's forced to draw, but I can't draw. You can do it, son. Watch as he takes on life challenges through a pencil and a piece of paper.
Bill Cosby
And
will,
then,
Bill
Until
Cosby,
one day...
Bill Cosby will be in the movie as his art teacher.
Well, you see, Rob, you need to get all zippity soup in the zippity zop in the pudding, in the feet.
Guest starring Jim Carrey as Bob Ross. Now, Robert, what you want to do is and what's wrong, Rob? There's a child growing out of your hair. That's my tumor. So I want to put some happy little rocks next to the ravine. And you want to just make this look real pretty right here. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, let me rub your back a little bit. Yeah. I just want to smell your hair. Smell like winning champion, Robert. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, do you want to see my penis? This theater will be rocked. Rob Liefeld, the story of Deadpool.
don't forget giant shoulder pads.
And
I have
pouches.
like Jim Lee show up. Hi, I'm Rob Liefeld. Oh, my name's Jim Lee. I'm a good artist. Best in the world. Look at the tits on my girls. Oh, feel real good.
Notice how none of them can stand right.
They have really good spines. Little itty bitty ankles. Yeah, I can't help but secretly wish that Jim Lee's like hand catches fire because you know he got the new iPad. That shit's burning out like that shit's running at like 120 degrees. I'm told. I'm like, you gotta be fucked. That's not true. There's no way someone would hold 120 degrees in their hand and go, must send this email. Damn it.
It is so important. Oh God, I can't feel my stove. I can't.
Meanwhile, he's filling out his freaking About Me section on plentyoffish.com. Like long walks on the beach. Oh, this is hot. And not in a sexy way. My hand's blistering.
I can't feel any nerve endings like up to my elbow anymore.
Meanwhile, you got one yuppie there going, oh my god, I didn't know Starbucks sold hamburgers. Oh no, his hand's on fire. Yummy. Has anyone seen my sandals? My Florida Gator sandals? They're Crocs. I don't want to lose them. They're really expensive. And they're sexy. They make me look like a man.
Dear God.
Welcome back to the Reaper from Jesse James.
I gotta go ahead and whip out my notebook so I could go ahead and start writing. My thesis is due. My thesis is about me, the most important person ever.
It starts like this. I'm the most important person ever. That's about
And
it.
repeat as necessary.
But
No,
yeah,
half of
anyway.
it's just like lyrics to Katy Perry songs.
All 300 pages. Or is it a 1,000-page paper?
I don't know, but anyway, moving back on. Is there anything else you guys usually cover on this? Because I keep fucking running my mouth.
I
To
just
be
wanted
fair,
to
Oscar,
say,
you're doing what we always do on this show.
yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Only more enjoyable.
Well, back on topic, I guess. I just wanted to say, like, what I think's gonna happen season 3.
Didn't we cover that?
This is the last of Walking Dead, okay? Okay?
Okay.
I don't think Rick is gonna get his hand cut off, because I think Kirkman admitted that he regrets doing that. So, I don't think that's gonna happen if they meet the governor this season.
It'll be replaced with a robotic substitute.
I think that would be kind of a bad move, because that's kind of what I really like about the character Rick. He has that insane handicap he was forced to overcome. Like, if you read the comics, he's a righty through and through. And then when he meets the governor, he chops his fucking hand off. Now he's forced to be a lefty.
Mm-hmm.
So if he does that, I'll be kind of upset, but not like nerd rage, like when I heard that, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are going to be from another planet.
We'll get
even if they do, I'm sure they'll find a way to level with it.
The one thing I hope is Lori dies at the end of this season. That last episode when Rick was admitting everything, like he killed Shane.
Yep.
Why?
Why was
Lori,
she so angry?
Lori, you're just a fucking bitch.
I don't understand where she gets her shock and awe from. I mean, like, the girl basically sat there and within a moment's notice, in a moment where she was so weak in the knees, she just went ahead and accepted her husband being dead, and then started, fucking his best friend, and yeah, whatever, whatever.
A few episodes back, oh, he's dangerous. Shane is dangerous.
Like the way she was like telling him that, it really came across like she was manipulating him. She had her arms wrapped around him. She laid her head on his back. She looked like the proverbial devil on the right shoulder and just said, "Shane's dangerous. Shane thinks I'm his property." And it's like, are you fucking serious?
Jackie Chan face right now.
Please,
The
I don't
mean
want to
face.
You make me real mad. I'm a spy.
Why am I in a movie with George Lopez?
That was actually really good.
Yeah, have a V8.
And Billy Ray Cyrus. I don't get it.
No, I jumped back into a pool.
Oh no, it's a coat wreck. I better fight it. Fucking stupid.
Leave me alone. I'm the nicest guy ever. Leave me alone.
You know what really blows too, dude? Is like, we're gonna get on Jackie Chan real quick because I really want to vet this out. Is the man makes like these better movies overseas, but when he comes to America to make a film, he makes some shit like The Spy Next Door.
Yeah.
Or The Tuxedo.
Paychecks
or
are that
Tuxedo.
good here. That's the thing.
And I'm just like, are you fucking shitting me? It's like the same thing with The Rock. They're trying to bring The Rock back as like this uber badass for the new G.I. Joe movie. And it's like, I'm sorry, you're not going to sell me of him being a bad motherfucker because why? He was the Tooth Fairy.
How big was that paycheck? That's what he kept asking during the phone call.
Where's my paycheck?
It could have been worse. They could have
like
made that
Vin Diesel-
live-action Johnny Bravo movie.
It's just like Vin Diesel trying to reclaim his masculinity. Too bad, bro. You made the pacifier.
It's over.
Aren't they making another ridiculous?
You're not Kurt Russell. You're not going to sit there and, Kurt Russell played it smart. He did Disney movies first, and then he did the major films. Then on occasion, when he feels like he wants to buy his family a new home out on a fucking island somewhere, he'll do a Disney flick because he's got fucking history with him. It's not that, oh man, my action movies aren't doing all that great. Everyone talks about how funny the rundown is, but not how serious my acting was in Walking Tall. I better do this Tooth Fairy film. The plot is nowhere near cliche at all.
Besides, he's not fighting around the world.
Has Steven Seagal ever done kids' movies?
No, all he's done is fucking basically
Steven Seagal.
Basically,
Shadow
He's just
Force.
done movies where he's in a poster with a gun and a very emotionless face. That's all the movies I've seen him do.
The only thing Steven Seagal has to his credit, besides being probably the most fucking monotone action star ever, is probably being the only man on earth to have type 3 diabetes. As much as that man eats in his lifestyle, if anyone has it, it's him. It's like he worked
his
with
jowls get an acting credit now. That's how goddamn fat he is.
It's like he did this movie where he was featured in his film that was made by Millennium Pictures. This is the reason why he wasn't in the Expendables movie.
I heard he had issues with the producer.
No, he had issues with the film company. Millennium went ahead and bankrolled the Expendables that Sylvester Stallone wanted to make with all, it's the basic testosterone jizz fest. Because I don't give a shit what you say. The Expendables was damn good. And
I love
that movie
Expendables.
too, dude.
The
I
fact
hate the fact they're making it PG-13, but
No, they're making the next one R.
Yeah.
yeah, you know why? Because Chuck fucking Norris is in it.
Yeah.
And word is, he throws down with Van Damme. What's up? Let's settle those bets.
Ooh, Van
But,
Damme, Jean-Claude? Sweet.
But it's like he made this film, which basically was like a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's infested with vampires. Oh my God, someone save us! So and they gave him top billing. Where in reality, this other guy whose last name is Johnson, who happens to be ironically enough related to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's like his cousin. He was a stunt double in the movie Rundown. The guy has like about half the charisma of The Rock. But yeah, he still pulls off a great performance. But Steven Seagal was given top billing. The worst part was, Steven Seagal was given top billing, but he's in a film maybe 20 minutes total, tops. And that pissed off Steven Seagal because he basically kept submitting the script for rewrites, constantly making his part bigger, when the original writer of the film was getting so frustrated that he said, no, fuck this, your part's big enough, you don't need to have a bigger part. If you notice, like Duke just said, Steven Seagal's a fat motherfucker. And then the writer basically told Steven Seagal, I can't write anything for you because you're too fat to do anything. And
We
Steven
can have
Seagal,
wire work.
Wire work. Just use wire work, scumbag. It'll be great.
But at least being honest, I guess.
He's just walking. He's just
so
walking.
what happened
So he's
was,
through the air.
Steven Seagal basically threatened to sue Millennium. They had this big nasty lawsuit. The film wasn't released when they wanted it to be released. The film got released like maybe 2 years after the Rundown. And, it fucking sunk. They didn't make no money on it. So Millennium in turn basically voided any contract of future endeavors with Steven Seagal. Henceforth why he wasn't in the Expendables. It would have been nice. I saw the closest I've seen him acting the way he used to act was in, Machete.
Machete.
Damn right.
That was it, where he acted like, and thankfully he got killed. He wasn't a fucking hero. He was freaking Don Johnson's lackey, which is the way it should be. Just like I didn't believe it till I saw it for myself, but I remember everyone saying how good Kevin Bacon was in X-Men First Class.
Yes.
I didn't believe it because it was Kevin Bacon. Then I watched it, and I was like, oh my God, I grew up watching this guy. He was in Footloose. They made a film called The 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Years later, this motherfucker, not only does he have the smile that fucking sits there and takes control of a room, he still pulls off the pompous douchebag move. He can still pull off a pompous douchebag, and in the end, you feel bad because he gets killed. That is a good actor.
That says a lot.
He was also in Hollow Man, and oh God.
Can I say my joke that I made before when I found out he was in that movie? I said, as long as he is evil with a goatee and invisible, I'm fine with him in this movie. And the goatee's visible, like it's just floating in midair.
It's on a string.
Like someone airbrushed that shit on me.
Because the thing is, before you figured out he was Shaw, me and Manos on Comic News were just joking that he's just going to play evil Kevin Bacon until they finally confirm it. He's not going to have any mutant powers. He's just going to be a really dickish version of Kevin Bacon.
I think one of the most awesome scenes in that film was when the one guy who adapts to everything, his name's Darwin, that's right.
Yeah.
He basically absorbs Havoc's like freaking, his atomic fart, whatever. And actually I think my sister gave it the best term, the atomic gyration. Because he gyrates his hips. So basically, he shoots like, red-colored man splooge at his enemies and it cuts them in half. But he absorbs it. Then he grabs Darwin and goes, adapt to this. And just shoves all that energy right down his throat and kills him. I was like, oh no. And, Pixie just turns evil. That was my only problem with it. It's like, join us and make the humans worship you. Tee, okay, let me just pick up my T-Mobile sidekick.
Because in the inside of her head, she said, these guys need the daughter of Lenny Kravitz on their side.
Yeah. The fine example of Lenny Kravitz fucking without a rubber with that chick who does a shitload of voice work for Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Oh, she also plays Riley on fucking Boondocks. Or is it Huey? I forget. Well, gentlemen, I hate to do this, but I'm tired. I've been up for officially 24 hours. So.
Alright.
No problem, dude. Sleep well.
Alright, we'll do so.
Talk to you later, man.
Whether he wants to or not.
Because I'm Megatron, bitch. That's what I'm gonna start saying from now on else.
You would be the greatest man alive if you do that.
Do what?
You just don't know about my arm scope.
Say you're Megatron.
I'm Megatron, bitch. Oh, as Megatron or as me?
You are Megatron.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, as the mighty Megatron would say, I need to go now. I need to crap Energon. Yes. Yeah, touch me. But it's tired. It sounds better with the voice effect added to it. But you guys have a nice night.
You too.
Alright, man.
Good to be back.
Sir.
Nice to be back. Oh, I'm sleepy. Alright, guys, sleep.
So do we want to close out or talk about Prometheus?
Yeah, I think
I got nothing to say on Prometheus, dude.
It just looks amazing.
And if it's gonna be only released in 3D, I'm not seeing it, even if it's out. It's coming out on my birthday, apparently. Which I find odd.
Nami Rapeface.
Ridley Scott, why don't you just say it's an Alien prequel?
Because it is, but it isn't, but it might be, but I don't know. I'm Ridley Scott.
It's possible. But
Shut
it's
up
not.
or I'll make Robin Hood too.
Everything's a prequel to Aliens.
So, The Avengers, Dark Knight Rises, and Amazing Spider-Man are all...
Yes.
The Wicker Man.
Yes.
Caligula.
Maybe.
The Room.
Ah!
Oh,
Or
hi.
Holocaust.
Oh, hi, Ripley.
Let's make movie.
We make movie now, huh?
I'll ask him when he.
No, a chestburster comes out. You're tearing me apart, chestburster.
No, chestbuster. Ah!
I fell out with this world.
Chestbuster pops out. He just knocks over. He throws his TV for no reason.
And he just comes back into his chest.
Oh, hi, Chestburster. Dies.
How's your sex life?
It's internal.
It's with your pancreas.
Nom nom nom.
What a funny story, chestburster.
Oh, hi, facehugger.
I'm going to call you
sex
Mini
life.
Denny
Oh.
from now. I'm going to call you Denny Jr. from now on.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Oh, hi, facehugger. How's your sex life? Wow.
Who's the real alien?
Yeah, the aliens were afraid of Tommy Wiseau.
The alien movies are based off of him, not the actual aliens.
Yes.
He plays one of the androids. This was
His scene was cut. His scene was cut from Alien Resurrection, where they perfected the weird clothing thing, and it turns out it's him.
Oh, hi, guys. Reject!
Okay.
Pretty much covered Turtles before, so I think we're going to close it out, people.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say this was a really good chat.
Yes, it was.
Shame Jordan was in here.
Yeah,
true.
whatever.
You guys are lying and you know it.
Yes, you are, Martin. Yes, you
I
are.
am. I am.
Though he's the troll of other groups, but we'll get into that another time.
So everyone say your goodbyes on this epic chat.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Aloha.
Top men out.
Right.
This has been JMC. See you next time, guys. Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
We are our only saviors. We're gonna build something.
I guess I should have drinking all those chemicals. Oh.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
And that was a chat.
With Oscar.
That was a good chat.
Yes, it was.
I agree.
It's nice to
Well
have him
done,
back.
guys. He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah. Just don't
I
piss
think
him
it's
off.
like the first time I've actually talked to him, so...
See, Jordan, we were able to do a chat without you, and it was awesome.
We
Yeah.
did chats without him, and they were awesome before.
Exactly.
Mm.
Hell, my life's been looking up since I found out he hasn't talked to me in a couple hours.
And I actually succeeded in doing a Minecraft video by myself.
So when did Jordan exactly get off Skype for the first time around before he came back?
Years.
Yeah.
Was it around the same time I came in, or...?
Yeah, it was way before that. He was
I think I
gone
saw him
for about
online before when I first joined.
He was gone for about a year and a half.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It wasn't a year and a half, was it?
It was almost a year.
Yeah, it was almost a year, maybe.
Yeah, because
Maybe in Vice terms it was a year and a half, but in
Vice
reality...
years.
And vice versa. Yes, I age differently than the rest of the human race.
Time flows differently in Vice World.
What can I say? I'm related to Doctor Who. It's Time Lord years, man.
Yes.
You convert
I'm
your
a-
time kilos to top men.
Who?
Yeah, there's no Google Translate for that they've made yet.
Just top men.
Top men. Top men are top men.
So you can type in a sentence and it'll read back top men.
Let's
Yeah.
find out.
He types out all of Shakespeare. It's just top men for like 50 pages. No. It's top men, and then like halfway through, you'll see weird ass phrases like cheesecake, vanilla pudding, top men, Walking Dead.
Mass Effect.
Yes.
You'll see a random picture of Sonic.
Hey, I just only got into that fan dub.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Well, I was in a radio play back when I first started at BAing. They still have those episodes. They never released any of them.
Who'd you play?
I played a villain. The most delicious,
Name?
evil villain. It was the evil echidna guy that's half robot. I have no idea who that is. He's from the comics.
Also, it's like a comic dub.
I wasn't one of those two. I played some weird superhero kid. I'll be right back.
I can't remember. Did I post Doctor Who videos while we were talking? Oh yeah, I did. I've been doing so many of those this week that I can't remember what I'm doing anymore.
Is it safe to say we recreated the epic chat?
I think, if not, we came pretty damn close.
Without
I
Jordan.
haven't laughed that hard since we came up with Vice Freeman.
What can you say? Oscar's back.
Exactly. And the shameful part is, we didn't record any of that, but it's in our minds forever. It'll live on in our memories. We'll tell our grandchildren.
Open my window.
How long we stayed in with the Nom story will make no sense, but the creation of Vice Freeman will be in my Nom stories when I tell my grandchildren.
Oh, even better. I've recently got back into role-playing for the last couple months. So we just started a new game, right?
Hmm?
I've actually created Vice Freeman as a playable character.
You win.
Just
I don't know
like
what
last
contest
week.
we're playing, but you win.
Yes, it's letting me. It's a new role-playing game that some guy wants to start. It's some different system I haven't played before. But basically, I actually created Vice Freeman, and I used that picture with Bill Cosby over his shoulder.
Yes.
That is his actual look. One of his advantages is penetrating voice.
You
What
are
is
a god
disadvan-
amongst men.
No, it gets better, but the disadvantage to it is it's a disturbing voice.
Bill Cosby?
No. That's one of his. No, it's Bass Freeman. And in order to get more points, I took a compulsive habit, and he must narrate everything.
Penguins.
And now
As
the
I said-
penguins come.
Pretty much,
Penguins. Penguins everywhere.
yeah. Who here's seen the movie The Signal?
Nope.
I have not.
It's
Who's in it?
basically, it's a B movie. It's a B horror movie, basically. But basically, the way it works is something went screwy with the telecommunication signals, so like TV and radio and stuff. Send out this signal that causes people to go psychotically insane.
Okay.
That's pretty much the premise. Basically, we have the guy who wants to run the game is building it around that kind of concept. But what happened is all our characters had gone to an all-inclusive from the world sort of vacation for that we all won in like a lottery or something, and we're coming back to this. Oh, and Vice Freeman is now officially a karate expert.
I will break you with my fist of the penguin.
Speaking of B movies, I watched The Devil and Max Devlin last week.
How was it?
It was half boring, half hilarious. Because there's this scene where Bill Cosby actually turns into the devil and starts screaming at Max.
Yeah. That's all I need.
I couldn't stop laughing.
We still need to do some sort of radio play with Vice Freeman and demonic Bill Cosby.
I need to make sure I have. I need to make sure I have something that clears my throat because that voice will kill me.
We need to resurrect Orson Welles.
To write it.
Yes.
That's the true War of the Worlds right there.
Vice
Demonic
Freeman
Bill Cosby.
versus demonic Bill Cosby.
Versus Vice Freeman.
But yes. So I have a role-playing game where I can actually go and do Vice Freeman's voice for a good chunk of it.
And now I'm the villain in Power Rangers. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, seriously? He is?
No, I'm kidding. They'll never
I'm
have
sorry.
that much money.
Oh, that would be awesome. No, Morgan Freeman's like, I will do a commentary. That is all.
Oh,
Commentary of the first season of Power Rangers.
I have Vice Freeman. They paid a lot of money for me to do a commentary. I have no fucking idea what Super Sentai even is, but I am here.
We should do a riff to the Power Rangers movie with Vice Freeman and demonic Bill Cosby.
If we could, because Jerky tried uploading that movie and it got taken down before it even got posted because of music in it.
We could do it like they did for The Room.
If you want to wait like a billion hours for it to send to you. I don't think he even has the movie anymore since his computer died.
I own a copy, sadly.
Oh yeah, they're easy to come. Like, Best Buy has like a copy of both Power Rangers movies for $5.
I don't have a VHS. I have the VHS one too. Back when it first came out.
I used to have the VHSs. I think we either threw them away or we sold them or something.
Oh, shit.
Or knowing me, I probably ruined the tape because I watched that movie religiously when I got it.
Oh yeah.
The kick in the nuts.
I don't even know why I don't own it on DVD. I have clearly shown I'm not ashamed of anything I own at all, so I have no excuse to own that. Yeah.
Speaking of which, we'll have to the New World if we do another Minecraft video because my current character's stuck in the Nether.
I know, and I tried to find time to do one this week, but my friend said we should have fun. Okay.
But Minecraft is fun. Oh, fuck it.
I'm like, Minecraft is fun, but here's the thing. This may sound sad. I do not get out that much.
Neither do I.
And my friends were sick of it. Of me, like, dude, you need to get. Are we gonna recreate the 40-year-old virgin? Because I'm not even 19 yet.
I'm seriously going out of town. I'm going out of town tomorrow.
I went out of town yesterday, but it was because me and my dad were looking at a car.
I'm leaving to go to Portland, which is a 2.5-hour drive from where I live, to go pick up my niece.
Aww.
And then we're driving back the same day. So we're going to be driving 5 hours.
You can find fun out of that somehow.
Well, I have my new cell phone, so.
While you
Yes,
guys were
to
talking about Minecraft, I was watching this video.
Is it one of those weird side of YouTube things?
I don't know.
Every
You can
Minecraft,
decide.
every video made.
Oh boy.
This is. That is not mine or Duke's video.
Unless I got really drunk one day and changed my voice.
I hear flapping.
Oh god.
No, mine and Duke's videos are never like that.
My head hurts. No, take it all.
The top comment, giving the big black tall thing chicken and watermelon. Nice.
I remember playing Halo once, and there was this weird thing where one of the grunts, like the short ones who.
The grunts.
The thirsty guy.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we had this weird ass glitch where it was clinging to us. Anywhere we went, its head would still be next to us, and it bugged the living shit out of us. And we tried, we're like, oh my god, is it gonna bite us? Oh my god. Like, we were doing this, we were, having fun with it, and then what did we do? Oh, we just shot into nowhere, and then it, berserked at us and attacked us.
I wish it knew how to quit you.
Yeah, we apparently we had Alien Brokeback Mountain a few years early.
Who would win in a fight, Commander Shepard or Master Chief?
Master Chief, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh no,
He has energy shields.
It'd be an awesome fight, though, wouldn't it?
So does Shepard. And suddenly, Shepard has biotics though, so.
Well, it depends what class you get Shepard as.
True. Master Chief's one class, the soldier. Commander Shepard puts something on his Ogni tool. He's like, I want to be a biotic now. Ooh, Vanguard, charge!
Well, the Chief has pretty much been in that armor of his for quite a long time, and that's the thing's half a ton. So.
Oh, actually,
carry a lot of them.
I could see it. They get into hand to hand, and Shepard turns on his Omni blade.
Master Chief could
someone
just pull an energy
just
sword.
reminded me of what happened to me at a bookstore earlier today.
You got attacked
Halo?
with an Omni blade?
That too, but no, this is more disturbing. So I'm just looking through this bookstore. It's a college bookstore, but they have a bunch of randoms. They have some graphic novels, but of course nothing I want. And I looked for the bargain section, and I actually found some Stargate novels.
I found kick-ass graphic novels in mine.
But here's the thing. It was next to a Twilight movie guidebook.
Oh yeah, I saw you posted this.
That is.
I looked like... I don't know if no one could tell me this, but I'm pretty sure I looked like I was facing a Nazi. Or I wanted to track one down. I'm like, this is a grave injustice.
Jackie Chan face.
Really, booksellers?
One of the few... I don't know. I'm convinced it was... To be fair, at least, I could buy that. S and T come after each other, but you could put shit in the middle of them. Damn, that pissed me off. I'm like, okay, someone's playing a cosmic joke on me.
It's the Doctor.
Because... Yeah, apparently I must have said something mean to him in the future, so he's getting back to me in the past. And they announced Vice. They announced a new companion.
Oh God.
Here's the thing. I don't know who she is, but she was apparently in Captain America.
You
Which
gotta be a
one?
little more specific.
I don't fucking know either.
Was it the agent? Was it the agent chick, or was it?
Actually, I figured it out. It's one of those two girls Bucky finds for dates.
That's it. Wow.
That is it. And the funny part is, when her IMDb, that's her most popular movie because it's the most popular movie that she was in.
Wow. At least Mike's got the Avengers.
This is relevant to what Oscar brought up before.
What, the one you just sent? Speaking of... Oh...
I don't care. I loved his scene in that. He had little screen time, but you felt bad for him.
The first comment is like, yeah.
Hold on.
Why'd they kill the token black guy?
Fuck you people. At least he had a good death.
Yes.
That's the equivalent of Saint the Fox, at least he was black.
Apparently Ari does not like to do script with anybody else but LJ right now.
Oh,
Changing
really?
subject. Well, didn't you notice last night?
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah. We had some gold, though.
Yeah, I do admit. That little running joke I made.
Vice. Apparently, because there's an official Doctor Who convention happening right now, they showed a trailer for Series 7.
Oh, please tell me it was good.
I have no idea. I'm seeing some videos, but they all look like awful webcam videos.
Well, yeah.
I don't like watching videos like that at all, especially after the Avengers one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with the Doctor Who fan base. This is reaching back in ancient history at this point, but the whole Matt Smith David war.
That's just something that that happened to Daniel Craig. When we became
Bond.
People thought he was going to be awful as Bond.
No. Yeah, you can't. Have they ever had a bad actor in Doctor Who?
I don't think they have.
For
Exactly.
the Doctor.
Oh yeah, I've seen bad actors in Doctor Who.
I was quick to rephrase that if you didn't notice.
Great, now I'm having flashbacks to the Horns of Nyman. Crap. Lord Nyman!
Too bad you can't do any riffs on those.
I know, because the BBC would have me dead in a second.
Yeah, the BBC is Naziistic with their stuff.
If people think Viacom's awful, the BBC forgives nobody.
Funimation?
The only thing Funimation might be worse, but BBC's.
Well, not since they got separated from the other parent company they were under.
Yeah.
Fucking Americans.
Fucking
Yeah.
America.
Speaking of Funimation, somehow last night I figured out how to do Krillin from the Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, that was during the whole chaos thing, right?
Yeah, I actually figured I somehow made my voice sound like Krillin from Dragon Ball Z.
Cool points.
I mean,
I think I only heard like 1 or 2 seconds of it. You weren't really discreet with it.
No, it came out. It actually sounded really good though.
Okay, try it right now.
Oh crap! I found it yesterday. I had to watch it. All right, let me see. I kind of did my Mickey voice from the first Deadpool adaptation.
Oh yeah.
This voice, and then I kind of. Oh, there it is. Kind of right here, I think.
Okay, Vice, I managed to find a somewhat decent webcam video, the trailer. I found John Crichton in it, so I can die happy now.
You were, is this close to what it sounded like, Martin?
Something like that.
Deadpool.
Something like this.
Deadpool.
Oh, there it is.
That's it.
Now it's going into Deadpool.
Deadpool
Like
is a
this?
nerd.
Wait, this?
Krill
Kinda
pool.
like this.
That one's pretty
there
good,
we go.
actually.
Here we
Krill
go.
pool.
Krillapool. Quick, find the Dragon Balls. I got bitch slapped through a house. I can also do Krillin from Dragon Ball Z Abridged sometimes. I got bitch slapped through a house. What's your excuse? Oh! But yeah, it's actually doing the Chaos characters actually helping me do my vocal range.
Well,
That's good.
there's something it's helping you with.
Yes, it is. There it is. It's a little bit of Deadpool, a little bit of Mickey. Now I'm doing Deadpool again. Actually, Deadpool a lot deeper.
What was the last form again?
Last form? Chaos. Feed me. Oh yeah, that was another good joke. During one of the scenes, the chick that takes the robots and all the characters back into the past tells the robot that Chaos is a gentle and kind creature, and then we're gonna splice this thing in when he's at the end of the game where he's destroying the city.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that before.
You're going. Oh, Dustin's out. Later, Duke.
Peace,
Later,
guys.
man.
OBSing for another hour.
I'm getting a drink then.
Okay. But yeah, I'm surprised to actually figure out how to do the Krillin voice. That sounds like one of those voices that sound really easy to do, but are fucking impossible when you try it, you know?
Try Donald Duck. Meh. He's hard.
Oh yeah, he is fucking
That's what I'm.
fucking hard. Kind of have to have. Yeah, I can't do it.
I can't do it too loud.
I come out sounding like a dying puppy underwater. What did that sound like?
A dying puppy being pelted with a plunger and a follicles of pubes.
Do you know what I was saying?
No.
Heil Hitler.
Oh, from that video. That old.
Yeah. Who you? Yeah, we got some. I think we got like 2 scenes done on that Sonic redub.
Oh yeah, what about that joke idea I had?
The joke? Oh, the fucking jump one. Oh, I love
not
that.
that one, but the jump one was pretty good.
And then it comes to Eggman hop on the building. That was great. Now how do I get down here? Fucking jump!
Same guy, just imagine. In every Sonic redub, he's just like that. He's over there when everyone's like in a high place.
I do like what you guys did with those Echidna guys.
Yeah, I do like that.
Oh, Jimmy. Well, maybe your Echidna's a pink.
Yes, real echidnas don't want to be Shakespearean actors.
They want to go to the master.
Where am I?
I want to be a girl with huge tits.
Jesus Christ, Harry, that's bloody brilliant.
Because I'm going to fight you. And I'm going to kill you. Until you're dead.
Damn, you abbreviations.
GIF image.
You know how long it took me to beat Assassin's Creed Revelation? A day.
I've been meaning to play Assassin's Creed.
The first one will leave you pissed off.
I don't know,
Actually, yeah, Assassin's Creed should have had the same backlash. I don't know if it did or not, but it should have had the same backlash that Mass Effect is getting.
I don't know, with me, I remember playing Mass Effect like years ago, only like the first half hour, and I'm like, I don't like it. And I had to give it back to my friend, and now I'm playing it.
And you're like,
Jesus
I should have stuck with it.
Yes. I'm thinking if it were not for Lucy, I would not have touched that game again.
Well, I've been telling you about it too.
Yeah, I know.
Martin may be annoying, but at least he's got good taste in some games.
I'm sorry, I'm annoying.
Not you, Jordan. Jordan, Martin, your names are slightly similar.
You don't say.
Yes, one has a J, one has an M.
That's about it.
Of course, we're both trolls, so...
Oh yes, Martin is
In
a
a sense.
huge... Martin is a huge troll with the fandom group.
In a good way, I mean, like, I know when to stop.
Oh yeah. Jordan, never. Yeah, I went to Alaska. That was fun. I did dishwashing. In a restaurant.
With Eskimos?
No, there are no Eskimos in Alaska like you think they would be. Wait, you're Canadian. You should see them all the time by that logic.
Dude, it's like... Our winter was practically scarce here. I mean, we only had like 4 days of snowing altogether in all of winter.
That seems like odd for Canada.
Well, we're southern Canada, so...
Oh, you want to hear something funny? Over here in Oregon, it snowed on the first day of spring. Like, it looked like winter here.
It was like the first day of summer for us. I'm not even kidding, it was like 25.
The weather's getting weird. Our
I have a
seasons are
feeling
shifting.
we're not having... Go ahead.
The seasons are shifting weird.
Yeah, it's like Mother Nature's on the rag or something.
No, I've been actually looking in the audio projects. I'm still not finding anything I like.
You know, I have a feeling we're not giving Chris a lot to talk about here.
Oh, he's just listening.
Stalking.
Oh my god, he's gonna eat you, and then he's gonna eat me. Oh my god. And I sat here, and I continued to sit, and looked at my phone, and wondered, why have I not put minutes on this thing? Oh wait, it is a new touchscreen that does not require minutes.
I just can't help but think how much better everything would be if Oscar was narrating.
What, me?
Oscar.
What's wrong with my narration?
It's good, I mean, just like...
It's fine, yeah, I know Oscar's hilarious.
Yeah, but just like the way he was just going about with, like, Walking Dead.
Yeah, you're gonna be a hooker here, see? Why did it go into Bing?
What
Yeah.
happened?
This is my current ringtone.
Phoenix Wright.
Orchestrated. I also have this for a ringtone.
Fuck you, I was dancing to that.
I actually have the full song on my phone also.
I can't help but think whenever someone calls you, it's gonna be like...
Yes, I have the Giles theme for a ringtone.
I can't help but think whenever you put these ringtones on, you're just gonna wait for like them to go on long enough before you even bother picking
They're
up
only
the phone.
they're only about 39 sec. They're only about 29 seconds. I also have, because I fucking love that song.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know. It's a crappy J-pop song, or just a
But
really
it's
crappy
Sonic.
pop song. But it's Sonic, and it was from my childhood, so it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
There's
I can
a-
understand that.
There's a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Abridged. I also have this because just for the hell of it.
Which one's that?
Party boy. Still samurai theme. I actually have a lot of music from a Phoenix game on here.
Oddly catchy.
Of course, out of all the Phoenix Wright games, Trials and Tribulations had the best prosecutor.